When you're a global, multi-platinum selling artist with more than 24 Grammy and Latin Grammy Awards, filling up stadiums around the world with thousands of adoring fans becomes commonplace. For Juanes, the thrill of getting up on stage night after night and performing for a live audience was something that the Colombian rock star had started to take for granted. That is until COVID-19 hit. I never missed it so much as I did during the pandemic, said Juanes, who recently embarked on his first United States tour in over 2 years, in an interview with CNN. I have been touring since I was 15 years old, almost half my life. Then, all of a sudden, I'm home for like a year and a half and it was hard. I mean, it was great being able to spend that time with my family and write new music, but I also remembered how much I love performing and playing instruments on stage with my band. So, the fact that I can see an audience again, be in contact with them, it's just amazing. It's like a child with a new toy. The 21-date Origen tour, named after his latest album, kicked off in Miami on September 16 and will make stops in Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Houston, and Chicago, among other cities, before wrapping up in New York on October 17. This time around, though, Juanes says he has more in mind than just putting on a great show. Grammys winners 2021, the full list and highlights has also thinking about the safety of his fans, as well as his own and that of his bandmates, as they play venues in cities with different COVID-19 protocols and vaccine mandates. I think it's very important if you want to go to live shows or restaurants or whatever to be safe and make other people safe too, he said. Yeah, it depends on the city or the state whether they require vaccines, but I think it's a social responsibility to get vaccinated. He says this is someone who admits that he was hesitant at first to get the jab. At the beginning, I was refusing to get vaccinated, Juanes said. I felt like the process was too improvised. I mean, not improvised by the science community, but everything was just so fast. Normally those vaccines take like 8-10 years to develop, and in this case it was like 8 or 9 months, so the feeling was we are kind of like rats in a laboratory not knowing what was going to happen. It was a visit from his elderly mother, however, that convinced the artist to cast his fears aside and finally get the COVID-19 vaccine. Juanes attends the 2021 Billboard Latin Music Awards at Watsco Center on September 23, 2021 in Coral Gables, Florida. My mom is 91 years old. She was sitting in my living room, and when I saw her there I immediately said, I have to go and get the vaccine right now. I have to go now. I didn't want to live with the thought of something happening to her.